Teaching your dog to wait for their food bowl. You begin this not at the normal time you're going to feed them. Often the arousal levels are too high at that point, they're too excited, so you train it as part of your training routine. You'd start off by putting some treats in the food bowl. You don't put a whole meal's worth of food in there to begin with, because you want to progressively train the behaviour. You start off by just reinforcing them from the food bowl for waiting for a treat, and gradually you bring it lower and lower to the ground, and finally you put it on the ground and release them to take it. Blériot will demonstrate. I have the food bowl and I'm going to reinforce Blériot for being calm, waiting. When the dog is taking the treats from your hand, you then gradually progress the bowl to the ground. Every time you move the bowl a bit closer to the ground, you mark it and give the dog a treat from the bowl. So you'll start off by going just a little distance. Mark, yes, and reinforce the dog. Then you might go a bit further, mark it again and reinforce the dog. And you might take it further down and reinforce the dog every time. Eventually you get to the point where you put it on the ground, mark the dog for waiting, yes, and take the treat over to the dog. When at the end of your training session, release the dog to the treat bowl and they can finish the treats. Yes. 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 Yes.